Hello everyone, I'm Harishri Samyukta. To tell about me, I'm quite ambitious and I do dream a lot about my future. And my future is I love science, so I want to become a scientist and do something good for the people and maybe to become an Indian scientist. So that's all my inspiration, aspiration, everything. And my motivational person is Abdul Kalam. So yeah, that's all about me. So let's get to the topic. Before starting, let's think about our daily products. So everything in this universe, including us and the universe itself, has its own expiry date, right? All products after their expiry date are stinks and is awful, isn't it? So have you ever wondered what will happen to our stars after they die? The stars are wonderful. They are simply brilliant. Even after their death, they produce so many colors in the void universe, which is amazing. So yeah, so let's learn about the afterlife of our stars. So first, let's learn about nebula. What are nebula? Nebulas are dust particles or a cloud present in the space which is made up of dust and gas particles. So a nebula more than one is the place where more stars or new stars are being formed, and the remains are the dead or the dying stars. So we can identify from this that nebula is formed by the destruction of the stars and is the place where the stars are being formed, which is quite amazing. Yeah, according to these are all universe mysteries and stuff. So yeah, let's get to the topic. So a nebula is really vast. It has a diameter of hundreds and hundreds of light years, which is really a lot. So let's see some of the different types of nebula. So here are some listed above, like reflection nebula, emission nebula, planetary nebula, and absorption nebula. And there are more, like dark nebula. So a nebula, we know that nebula contains gas and is far denser compared to its the space surrounding the void. But if we take a nebula size of our Earth, the nebula's molecular mass or the matter mass is just few kilograms. So through this we can know that it is really far less denser than what we think. And even the Earth's vacuum, the vacuum created in Earth, is far denser compared to the nebula in space. So this explains a lot about nebula. So some of the examples of nebula are Cat-eye nebula, Eagle nebula, and many more. So this is all about nebula. So after this beautiful creation, let's see another, which is nova. Nova is a rapid brightness of a star. It's nova is also comes from the word a new star. Nova is said as a new star because often the stars which look so dim to us in our night sky, after a nova can become the brightest in the sky, which is wonderful. So why it happens? First, why do you think, what is the reason for the stars to shine? So the reason why stars shine is because of the nuclear reaction or nuclear fusion taking place in its core, the star's core. The core contains, does the process of converting the hydrogen into helium ions. So this, the gas ions. So this reaction creates tons and tremendous amount of energy. This energy is exerted out in the form of flame, which keeps the star alive. A star is considered to be dead when it loses all of its hydrogen gas for the fusion reaction. Basically, it means that the star loses its fuel. So if the fuel is over, the hydrogen is over, the star is dead. So thinking about nova, mostly stars come in binary or in pairs. First, let's consider this as a white dwarf. White dwarfs are small but are very hot. So what is a white dwarf? White dwarf is an inert core of the star. So it's basically the dead star active inert core. Okay. So this is white dwarf, and let's take another red giant. So these two are orbiting around itself. So the white dwarf now has no hydrogen ions, like for the fusion reaction to take place. But its gravitational force is too much. Its core is really strong. Now it pulls the hydrogen from the surface of this red giant, the star near it, like the neighbor. So this hydrogen is absorbed by the white dwarf. This sudden hydrogen coming, is got by this dwarf, and the high temperature present in the dwarf causes a massive explosion, sudden massive explosion. This is seen so bright in our night sky. So this is what a nova is. A nova can be there present for a few weeks to a month. It cannot last more than that, but still the star will remain bright because of this process. So let's move on to another topic, which is novas are similar to supernovas. So supernovas, what is supernova? Supernovas are similar to nova, but the supernova has more massive brightness and stays for a longer time and produces a tremendous amount of energy. So what's the difference between nova and supernova? Supernova is caused by a star which is usually 8 times massive than that of our sun. So yeah, it is really massive, huge star exploding its core to form a lot of burst out its core from its ions and elements, all elements present in. So the colors, the various colors are seen are not just the elements or the ionized gaseous elements present in the core. So basically the core just bursts and blasts all the particles in it. And this is how a nova and a supernova is formed. Supernova is quite rare to see in our Milky Way galaxy. Why is this so? Is because the debris and dust particles are blocking our view to view them, and they are really massive. So they are really rare compared to nova. Scientists said that supernova is seen found only once in a year, and novas can be found in few months. So this is what they are all about. So I know that you people would love to know some interesting facts or ponder about some questions, so I selected few and now I'll tell you some. So what is the closest galaxy to our Milky Way galaxy or to our Earth? The answer for this is Andromeda galaxy. Andromeda galaxy was first considered to be a nebula. At that time, scientists didn't know the real difference between a galaxy and a nebula. So that is Andromeda galaxy. So let's go on to the next one. So what is the brightest star in our night sky, in our Earth night sky? So the answer for it is Sirius. Sirius is the star, Sirius is the star which is part of the Canis Major constellation, the northern pole thing. So Sirius can be viewed clearly even in a cloudy sky. The brightness of that star is actually 20 times that of our sun. So you can imagine it. It's really bright. So it's you can see it very well in our night sky. And so now we know that this is the brightest star. So what can be the largest star in our from our sky? The largest star is also the second brightest star, which is Canopus. Canopus is part of the constellation Carina. But unfortunately, you can't look at Carina constellation from northern India or from northern hemisphere. As you can see here itself that it's too much towards the hemisphere. So you can't view it properly, but southern hemisphere people can enjoy it. Sirius and Canopus can be viewed in winter nights. They don't have to be clear nights. You can view them. So if you have a Google Sky Map, you can even navigate where it is and all. So now we know that Sun is a star. So what is the lifespan of a star? According to our scientists, they found that a sun has a lifespan of just 8 billion years, which is quite a long. Our sun has a long way to go. But too bad that we won't be there to witness that massive event taking place in the near future. So that's all about. These facts are over. Now let's just have a glimpse of what we learned. So yeah, first what did we learn? We know that stars die just because they lose their fuel, which is mostly hydrogen. So if they lose their fuel, they lose their flames, and yeah, they are considered dead ones. Yeah, they are dead ones. So yeah, that's how. And after it's dead, its outer surface becomes cold, and the core starts to collapse because of its own gravitational force. This might cause nebula, nova, and supernova. Commonly, they are the ones which form all these. This is the reason. So the difference between nova and supernova, we saw that. So they are mostly based on the star which is getting exploded into supernova or nova. Supernova produce tremendous amount of energy and brightness which stays for a longer time, and nova are less energy and less brighter, but still they are all beautiful. So yeah, that's all about supernova and nova. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So before concluding, I want to really thank all the scientists there who have helped us to know all these mysterious, beautiful events that have been taking place in our space. So yeah, that's really great. So thanks once again for all the brilliant minds that shine like stars. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.